Hey everyone, hope you're having a great day and welcome to the channel. So every year during this Black Friday time, all of the big box stores offer their $99 mechanics tool sets. So what I have right here are a few of the the more popular ones that are for sale this year for 2022. We've got the Craftsman 121 piece gunmetal set, we've got the Pittsburgh 225 piece set, the Husky 270 piece set, the Craftsman 230 piece set, and then the Craftsman 243 piece set. And there's a ton of tool sets that are on sale, this time of the year, but these are really the main mechanics tool sets that are being offered right now. There is Hart from Walmart and a few others from Tractor Supply and Napa, but these are really the main ones that you're going to see in the big box stores. So I'll be going through each one of them, showing you, what's inside the box, what you get with it, how much filler there is, and then we're also going to compare it to last year's winner, which is the 216 piece set from Craftsman, just to see, is inflation playing a role in any of this? Are these better, worse, the same? And just see how they stack up. So yeah, let's get started going through all these sets. I'll also have a timestamp of where each set comes in, and I go over it just in case there was one that you're interested in and you want to just skip forward to that, and also the kind of final conclusion. All right, so right here we've got the Craftsman 121 piece set in the gunmetal chrome. I did review this set last year. We'll take a look at it, make sure there's nothing that's changed inside it. One thing I do like to do, and I know not everyone agrees with it, but I like to shake these up because, being in a toolbox of a vehicle, you stop and it falls off the seat, you drop it when you're walking. I want to make sure that these tools are going to stay in place, and I'm not going to have a total mess when I open it up when I get to wherever I'm going. So let's make sure that everything's in place now. Yeah, so everything looks good. Let's put it together and give it a shake. And it looks like everything stayed in place. Didn't have anything move at all. All right, so we'll start with the top of the box. Up here you got your SAE and metric Allen keys. Decent set, not over the top. Then you have your combination wrenches here. On SAE you got 3/8, 7/16, ½ inch, 9/16, 5/8, 11/16, and then 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. So you're just missing the 11. I will say these are probably the nicest wrenches you're going to get in one of these sets. You have a lot more length on them, so you get way more leverage than most of the other sets, and you'll see as we go through them. But really the quality of these gunmetal tools are very nice. Then you've got right here the 3/8. Then you've got right here the 3/8 deep sockets, although I don't know if you can really call them deep sockets. They're kind of in the middle, which could be good or bad depending on what you want. Right here I've got a standard deep socket, and it's quite a bit shorter than that, longer than a shallow. But on the metric you got 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 17, so no 16 there. Then you got 5/16, 3/8, 7/16, ½ 9/16, 5/8, and 3/4. It's a little strange as they kind of step up as you get a little bit bigger in size. Not something that would really deter me necessarily, but just a little bit different versus some of the other sets. And then down here you got all of the ½ inch drive sockets. They're all gonna be shallow, and they're all 6-point. Same thing with these deep sockets up here. These are all 6-point sockets. All right, so down here you've got your 3 ratchets. You've got on the 3/8 sockets 1/4 inch through 3/4, and you have 10 through 19 with no skips in there. Really nice 3/8 set of sockets here. Wish it went a little bit bigger, but not that big of a deal. Then you have your 3 ratchets, and they're all the 120 tooth ratchets, really smooth, nice quality on these. Then you've got, as far as extensions go, you got kind of it looks like a 2-inch, ½ inch drive extension. You have a 3-inch, 1/4 inch drive extension, 6-inch 3/8 drive extension, and then a 3/8 universal joint. You've got your bits here, which is 20 of them, which is kind of what I refer to as the filler. So there's really only 20 pieces of filler in this. Down here you've got your 1/4 inch sockets. You've got 3/16 through ½ inch and 4 millimeter through 12. You're also missing the 11 here. You have no 5.5. So the 1/4 inch socket set, I wish had a little bit more in it, but it is what it is. One thing I really like about this set is you have this nut driver here with a 1/4 inch end on it, so you can put sockets on it, to make nut drivers, so you're not just doubling up on pieces like a lot of the sets give you, where they give you, just a regular nut driver here, and then you got this piece here that goes on the end of it that then accepts all your bits. So to me, this is kind of what Tekton does also. It's a way to turn all of your sockets into nut drivers instead of having a bunch of extra pieces that they add into the kit to make the piece count higher. Then you got your 5/8 and 13/16 spark plug sockets, but really a pretty nice set for the price. As far as quality goes, this is really one of the best quality sets. It doesn't have everything that I would like it to have. I do wish it had more extensions, more universal joints, and a few other things, but it is really nice. I would compare the quality to probably the gear wrench set that's now I think 130 bucks. The only difference is the gear wrench doesn't have 1/2 inch drive. I would say the quality is probably a little bit better on that gear wrench set, but you've got 1/2 inch drive here, and it is really nice quality with a lifetime warranty. So really this is a very nice set. All right, so now on to the Pittsburgh 225 piece mechanics tool set. This is regularly 150 bucks, pretty much year round. It's actually going on sale, I think starting, as of right now, starting tomorrow, for the Black Friday sale at $99. So we'll go through this set. It was pretty awesome in the last year's video, but let's see if anything's changed. And we had nothing move around, all in its place. All right, so here's the top part of the Pittsburgh set. Up here you've got your wrenches, 3/8 through 5/8, and 10 through 16 millimeter, missing the 15 and the 11. The wrenches are very basic quality. I mean, there's not even stamping on them. They'll work for the most part, but really a very cheap set of wrenches. Not that they won't work, but really cheap. Then you got your adjustable wrench here. You got some cutters, some needle nose. You have your 1/4 inch bit. You have your 1/4 inch bit drive here with 30 different tips. And there's these are all usable. They are filler, but they're all usable. Then you got your nut drivers up here. You've got 5 millimeter through looks like 11, and then a 1/4 inch through 7/16. Up here is going to be all your Allen keys in this nice little cover, and it's got short and long Allen keys in there. I don't necessarily like that they do both of those because then it just kind of ups the piece count, and if you've been into Harbor Freight, those Allen keys are like $7. Right here you've got your spark plug sockets. You've got 5/8 and 13/16, and then right below you've got all of your 1/4 inch drive deep sockets. For the metric, you've got 5 millimeter through 12, including the 5.5. No skips in between. And then you've got 3/16 through 7/16 SAE. Wish that went up to 14 and then half, but still a really nice range, really nice sockets. All right, so down here is really where the value is in this box. You've got your 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch drive ratchets. They're all comfort grip, and they're all, I believe, 72 tooth. Pretty smooth ratchets, lifetime warranty. The only thing I don't like about these is I know the ratchet only goes to about middle of the grip, so you can break those grips off, but you have a lot more length on like this 1/2 inch drive than pretty much any of the other sets can offer. Then you've got your 3/8 to 1/4 adapter, 1/2 inch to 3/8 adapter. You have for 1/4 inch drive, 3 inch extension, For 3/8 drive, you got 3" and 6" For 1/2" drive, you got a 6". And then you have universal joints for all three sizes, for 1/4, 3/8, and 1/2, which that's great to have in a set like this. For 1/4" drive sockets, you have 6-point and 12-point, 5/32 through 1/2" on the shallow SAE. And then you've got, on the 1/4" or on the metric, you've got 4 through 13 with the 5.5, no 12-point there. Then for 3/8 drive, you've got 1/4" through 3/4, and then you have 10mm through 19 with no skips in between. And then for 1/2" drive, you've got 10 through 24 with a 23 missing, a 20, and a 21. I believe everything else is in there. And then you've got, for the SAE, you have 3/8 through 15/16. For deep drive 3/8, you've got 5/16 through 5/8. And then you've got 10mm through 17, no skips in between there. And then for the 1/2" drive, you've got, on SAE, 1/2" through 3/4, and then 14mm through 19, missing the 18. One thing about these tools is these sockets are really nice quality. I know Pittsburgh gets a bad rap for whatever reason, but these sockets really are great quality. To me, they stand up to any of these other kits we're looking at. Lifetime warranty on everything, and there's a lot of value in having this many 1/2" sockets. As you'll see as we go through a lot of the kits, most of them don't include nearly this many 1/2" sockets. So really a great set to have. All right, so the next set we're going to look at is the Husky 270-piece set. Every year they pretty much have this 270-piece set. It's in a different case than it's been in the last couple of years. I haven't really looked at it much yet, so let's take a look at it and see, if there's anything different inside. All right, so this box still is kind of a similar design where it's got the two flaps that hold the drawers in. Make sure everything's in place. All right, so everything's in place. Let's give it a shake. Have that 3/16 move again. Everything else looks to be, oh, we're missing a 4mm. Everything seems to be placed here in the 3/8. And everything in place here. So I had two of the smaller sockets move. Not that big of a deal. A lot better than how the case was last year. If you lost the foam in the case from last year, then everything in the top drawer went all over the place. So I would say definitely better than it was. So one of the nice things about this box is you can pull the drawers out and put them in a toolbox if you wanted to, and then they're all organized. One thing that I don't really like but didn't realize until now is this 3/8 drawer is at least an inch taller than the other two. So you could definitely be limited on the drawer that you could put this in. So over here on the 1/4" drawer, you've got all your 1/4" sockets here. You've got 3/16 through 9/16 in 12-point, and then 5/32 through 9/16 6-point. And then on the metric, you've got 4 through 14 with the 5.5. For your deep sockets, you have 6 through 13, and then 3/16 through 1/2". So as far as 1/4" sets go, this is a really nice set. It's not missing anything. It goes to the size that I would like. It even goes one further to the 9/16. But a really nice set here for the 1/4" drive. For your nut drives, you've got 1/4" through 1/2", and then 6 through 12, no skips. You got your 1/4-inch ratchet here. Definitely on the shorter side, but you don't really need to be putting a ton of torque on 1/4-inch type stuff. 3-inch extension. You've got your nut driver here. And this is where I kind of get a little frustrated. So right here for this filler stuff, you've got 83 pieces. And that honestly, yeah, some of these are great to have. You know, you've got your security torques, your standard torques, and you've got a lot of them. But the value itself in this, as far as how much it costs to buy this set here, is not worth 84 pieces in a set that's only got 270. Same thing over here with the Allens. You've got your metric SAE short and then your metric and SAE long. And again, the value on these is very minimal, and it's adding another 20 pieces just in doing that. So over to the 3/8 drive drawer, you've got your ratchet here. I believe all these ratchets are 72 tooth. And then you've got your 3-inch extension, your 6-inch extension. For SAE shallow, you've got 1/4-inch through 11/16. For metric, you have 6mm through 18. It would be nice if you had a 3/4 or a 19, but you don't get that. You have your 3/8 to 1/4 adapter. You've got some of these, you know, screwdriver bits. It's not something I use. I know some people do have use for those. These are nice to have, these Torx bits and your hex bits in 3/8 drive. It's something that I personally do use, so it is nice to have those. Not everyone needs them necessarily though. So on that you've got, for the Torx you've got 20 through 55, and then for the hex you've got 5/32 through 3/8, and then a 5 and a 6. And then for the 3/8 deep, you've got 11 through 16, and then half through 11/16. I'm a little bit blown away that you have an 11 and not a 10 or a 12. That might be a first. And this is kind of going back to like the DeWalt set that I looked at last year when you didn't have a 10mm wrench. It's almost like someone that doesn't know anything about tools put this together, because to have an 11, which is typically a skipped size, but no 10, is kind of baffling. So right here in the 3rd drawer, you've got your 1/2-inch stuff plus your combination wrenches. This is a really long 1/2-inch drive ratchet. It's definitely nice to have something this size so you can actually put some, get some leverage on something. You got 3-inch extension. And then for the sockets, they're all going to be 12 point. You've got a 14mm through 19, and then a 9/16 through 7/8. It's definitely disappointing that the largest metric socket you have in this entire set is 19. Yeah, it would have been nice to see something a lot larger than that. And then for the wrenches, you've got 5/16 through 9/16, and then 8 through 13. They shockingly didn't skip the 10 and 12 in here. Pretty nice quality wrenches. I can't really say anything negative about them. So this set is pretty nice for being the highest piece count set out of all of these. To me, it doesn't blow me away. The Pittsburgh set definitely has way more 1/2-inch sockets, which that is a ton of value, because going out and buying 1/2-inch sockets individually is a lot of money. Also, to not have a 10mm deep socket on 3/8 drive, I'm just shocked by that. I guess you can use the 1/4-inch drive version. But let's look at the next set. One more thing I'd like to note on this is getting these drawers in and out is an absolute pain. I can't even get the 3/8 drawer to press in. It's just sitting 1/2-inch out, and it will not. It literally will not press in. So the case definitely needs some work. All right, so right here is the Craftsman 243 piece set. I'm usually not very impressed with this set in particular. Last year I think it was the 236 piece or something like that, and it had a ton of filler. So let's just see what's in here and see how it is. It's a really nice case, like usual. Very strong. Got a top compartment and then 3 drawers. Looks like everything's in place. place there, everything there, and everything there. So nothing moved on this case, so definitely pretty nice, which I expected. So right here, when you open the lid, you've got this top section, you've got a bin for miscellaneous parts, and then you have your wrenches. You have a 10 and a 12, and then a 3/8 and a quarter. The wrenches are nice quality. I don't know how you call it a mechanic's tool set with 4 combination wrenches total. It's definitely disappointing. All right, so right here is the first drawer, and it's filler central. At least that's what I like to refer to it as, because you've got 88 pieces right here of just bits. There's almost no value to this. Not that you don't use these, but 88 of the pieces in this kit are all these bits. I believe there was 30 in the Pittsburgh set, so that's definitely disappointing. As far as the sockets go, you've got on 1/4 inch shallow, you've got 5/32 through 9/16, and then for the 12-point SAE, you've got 3/16 through 9/16. For metric, you've got 4mm through 14 with the 5.5. So really, you've got a complete set here of the shallow sockets. For the deeps, you've got 5mm through 10 with no 9. Then you've got 1/4 through 7/16. So definitely lacking in the deep sockets. Shallow sockets are really nice in 1/4 inch. You've got their 72 tooth ratchets. They're okay. They're definitely a little bit difficult. They're not the smoothest ratchets, but lifetime warranty and everything, and they are okay. 3-inch extension, and then you have a nut driver here for all of this filler, and then you've got your nut drives here. You've got your 6 through 12 with no 7, and then you have 1/4 inch through 1/2 inch, and these are nice to have. Definitely would have liked to have seen more on the deep socket 1/4 inch drive. So here's the 3/8 drive drawer. You've got your 72 tooth ratchet here, 3-inch extension. You've got your 5/8 spark plug, no 13/16, and I think I'll double check, but I don't think the Husky set had any spark plug sockets, which again is shocking for a mechanic's tool set to not have any spark plug sockets. For shallow 3/8, you've got 3/8 through 3/4, or sorry, you have 1/4 through 3/4, and then 10mm through 18 with no 11. And then for for deep, you have 12mm through 18 with no 13 and no 16, and then you have 1/2 inch through 3/4. It's definitely missing a lot in my opinion, for this 3/8 drive. It's not terrible, but it would be nice to have more of a range than this. So here's the third drawer, and they hid some more filler in here. So you've got another 11 pieces of bits here, which takes up to 99 pieces. And then wait, there's a little bit more. You get down in here, and they give you these little Allen keys, and there's another, I think, 18 of them. So you've got nearly 120 pieces. Almost half of this entire set is just filler. That drives me crazy, because they put these high numbers on the piece counts, and then it's just a ton of filler inside. For the 1/2 inch drive, you've got your ratchet here, and then you have a 9/16, a 5/8, and an 11/16. For metric, you have 16mm, 17mm, and 18. This is an absolute waste, in my opinion. It doesn't even go up to 3/4 for a 1/2 inch drive. It doesn't go higher than the 3/8 drive. Yeah, you got 1/2 inch, and you can put maybe a little more leverage on it, but you gain nothing with any of this other than a little bit of leverage, which you could just get a breaker bar if you felt like it. So this is, these are nice, but other than that, this entire drawer, in my opinion, is just a waste. So I'm sure I sounded pretty negative going through this set. The quality of the tools is very nice. This case is really nice. I just get so frustrated when they put this much filler into a box. You've got nearly half the piece count in almost totally worthless tools. Again, not that you couldn't use those tools, and not that they do add value as far as using them, but monetarily speaking, they don't cost much to buy. And then to have a 1/2 inch set that doesn't cover any more sizes than your 3/8 set does, it's like, why did you even offer the 1/2 inch set. So hopefully the next Craftsman one for $99 is a little better than this one, but this is definitely a little bit more of a frustrating one for me. All right, so last but not least, we have the Craftsman 230 piece set in the Versastack system. I've been really excited actually to get into this one because my selection from last year was the 216 piece set in the Versastack system. It just, to me, had a ton of range, and this is really a nice compact case too, a lot different than the other ones. And so right here you've got a lock, and then it unlocks the drawers. You turn this lock, and compared to last year, this case is substantially nicer. The case from last year is a lot thinner plastic, definitely a little more flimsy, but this is a little more robust and kind of nice to see. Let's unlock this, make sure everything's in place. I can tell you right now, one thing that's going to annoy me is these drawers don't come all the way out, and then you've got to pinch these and pull the drawer the rest of the way out to get to the stuff in the back. I guess it's nice you can utilize more of the drawer that way, but that would get a little annoying if you had to keep going to the back. See, yeah, you can't even get any combination wrenches out without pulling the entire drawer out. So everything's in place. Let's shake it up and see if it holds together. Looks like everything's in place in the 1/2 inch drive. Everything's in place here. And everything's in place in the 1/4 drive. So it looks like nothing moved at all. All right, so right here we've got the 1/4 inch drive drawer, and you do have a lot of filler up here in the top. You've got 55 pieces of just these bits up here, and then you've got some of these 1/4 inch socket screwdriver tips and some Torx. I mean, there can be some use to that. You got your Allen keys. You've got the longer length ones and the shorter ones, which seems to be pretty standard in most of these sets where they offer those shorter ones. So you've got another 15 pieces or 16 pieces of the shorter Allen wrenches, but they are nice Allen wrenches. You've got your 1/4 inch drive adapter here, which again, I like these ones more because you can use sockets on them to double up as a nut driver, and you're not adding a bunch of wasted pieces. You can just double these up. And then you have your adapter here to be able to use all of the bit drives, or 1/4 inch bits. You've got a 3 inch extension. Last year's one came with a 6 inch also, but this one only has a 3 inch. You've got 72 tooth ratchet, same as the last set we looked at. For the shallow 1/4 inch drive, you have 4 through 14 with the 4.5 and a 5.5. And then for SAE, you have 5/32 through 9/16. For the deeps, you have, they're not labeled, which is kind of annoying. But you have 4 through 12 with no 5.5. And then you have 5/32 through half. So really for a 1/4 inch drive, this is one of the better 1/4 inch drive sets in any of these that we've looked at, except for maybe the Pittsburgh, but pretty nice set there. So here's the 3/8 drive. You got your ratchet here, 3 inch extension. Again, there's no 6 inch extension, which you did have last year. For the shallow metric, you have 10 millimeter through 19. No skips in there. And then you have 3/8 through 3/4. And then for the, at least these are labeled. For the deep sockets, you have 10 through 17 with no 11, no 16. And then you have 3/8 through 11/16. You have some of these hex drives up here. These can be useful. It's not something I use very often, but they can be useful. So I wouldn't say that that's just filler. But definitely a smaller range than what we saw last year on the 3/8 drive. I wish there were more on that. right, so here's the 1/2-inch drive. You got your ratchet here, 3-inch extension. You have an 18, 19, and 21, and then 3/4, 3/16, and 7/8. That's a pretty sad set in my opinion. 6 total sockets, 1/2-inch drive, substantially less than last year. I'll do a comparison here in just a sec to show you how much less this is. Then you have your wrenches here. They're not labeled once again, so you got to look. 8, 10. I'm assuming 12 and 13. Then you've got 3/8, 7/16, half, and 9/16. As far as the quality goes, these are nice. Definitely nicer than the last set. And I forgot. Then in here you've got these, miniature wrenches. I don't know. To me, these are horrible quality. You can see the stamping markings in there. I mean, they're just not even... It's almost like they're completely unfinished. I don't know. To me, these are just filler. Then you have a little bit of a bin, parts bin here if you wanted. I know these can be useful, but the value of those is very cheap. I'd rather have something else other than that. So right here, I just wanted to show real quick just kind of the difference between last year's set and this year's in this kind of same system. So this is the 3/8 set of the 230-piece set we were just looking at. This is the 3/8 set from the 216-piece set from last year. As far as quality goes, they're identical. Last year, you've got the universal joint. You have spark plug sockets. There's no spark plug sockets at all in the in this 230-piece set. And on sockets, you're going all the way down to 17 up to 21, missing the 20. And you're only going up to 19 here, and it only goes down to 10. So it's covering way less of a range for more money than what we were paying last year. And you're missing very important things like spark plug sockets. While these are nice, still pretty frustrating. And here's last year's 1/2-inch drawer. So you've got this year and then last year. I mean, you've got 6 sockets in total versus 24 sockets here, maybe more. I mean, the range, this goes all the way up to 24 and I think an inch. And then you have way more of a supply of combination wrenches. And again, this set was $100 last year. This is $120. So really the value of this is not even close, in my opinion, to what we were getting last year. All right, so I was hoping this set was going to be really, really awesome. Last year's set in the same kind of setup was great. This is 230 pieces. Last year was only 216. So, we've got more value, right? To me, this is not even close to what we were able to get last year. If you can find the 216-piece set on sale for $100, I think right now I've seen it upwards of $250 in the last year. But the set's okay, it's comparable to a lot of the other sets, but there's a lot of filler and you're missing a lot of tools. And one other thing is this set was actually $120, not $100 like the rest. The reason I bought this one was because I was hoping it would be just a step above what we saw last year, and it's a huge step down, unfortunately. So in my opinion, totally not worth what they're currently charging. So after going through all these sets, would I recommend buying any of these? Do any of them compare to last year? To me, there's two that compare to last year. One that I think is a great deal, and the rest that I think there's a lot better options out there. So as far as my selections go for this year, I have 2 winners for different reasons. And they're actually 2 sets that we looked at last year, but not any of the new sets. The 121-piece gunmetal chrome Craftsman set, to me, is the nicest quality. You've got the 120-tooth ratchets. You've got longer combination wrenches, really nice quality on all the tools inside it. You do have spark plug sockets. So to me, the quality is there. The case is the nicest case of all of them. And it's a really nice set. As far as value for the money, I've got to give it to the 225-piece set from Pittsburgh. It covers the widest range. The quality on almost everything in there is great. The ratchets are okay. Combination wrenches are pretty poor quality, but are they going to get the job done, and do they have a lifetime warranty? Yes. So really, this set for overall, I've got to give it to Pittsburgh. And as far as comparing last year, the 216 piece set that I chose from last year to the Pittsburgh, this was neck and neck with it. I could have gone either way. It didn't. There's nothing in that 216 piece set that this doesn't have. I just like the wrenches a little bit more in the Craftsman set. But this is a great set, especially for $99. And when you compare it to what is in all the other sets that we looked at, it's pretty tough to go wrong. It just has so much more and a lot more of the valuable tools too. So I hope that you got something out of this video if you're looking at any of these sets and maybe made your decision a little bit easier. I will probably be doing another video on the 200 and under price tag on some of these sets because there's a lot more that come in there. But if you want to see that, make sure you're subscribed, and I hope to see you guys again soon.